I don't know what an Amorous does, and I'm not going to find out. But hey, that's alright. What's going on YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today we are hitting the Rank E ladder with this hyper offensive Baxcalibur team. The only true support on this team here is Ninetales. The rest of the team here, while supporting the team, is meant to do damage at the end of the day. Baxcalibur is the raw powerhouse flagship of the team here. We have the loaded dice on it to make sure that we hit a minimum of 4 times with Icicle Spear and Scale Shot. And plus, if we do make contact with Scale Shot, we will take that defense drop 1 stage, but we'll get a speed boost in our favor. And to round out our coverage options, we do have high horsepower to hit steel types as well as fire types super effectively, because they do give a little bit of a problem to Baxcalibur with that Icicle Spear and Scale Shot. We also have Baxcalibur running its signature ability of Thermal Exchange, which will increase our attack 1 stage each time we're hit with a fire type attack, and enter Chi-Yu. We have the little fish here to hit ourselves with Lava Plume while also hitting the target, so we don't have to worry about redirection shenanigans. We can just hit the entire field with the Lava Plume, and on top of that, if Baxcalibur goes Tera Water, we resist the Lava Plume, which means we do not take that much damage at the end of the day, and we can soften up our opponents and potentially burn them, because Lava Plume does have a 30% chance to burn each target, which is relatively nice. Then we have Flutter Mane here for some Icy Wind speed control, and then we can also use it to do raw damage. Flutter Mane here is holding the booster energy to give us a speed boost when our photosynthesis activates, and then we can use it either offensively with Shadow Ball and Dazzling Gleam, or we use it supportively with the Icy Wind. We have Ogerpon here to bludgeon things with Ivy Cudgel, because, you know, that just goes burr. We have Follow Me to redirect attacks away from the partners. We have Horn Leech to provide a little bit of grass type coverage, because Ivy Cudgel is a water type attack in the Wellspring mask form, so you do have to account for that. And then we also have Spiky Shield as an alternative to protect, to do a little bit of chip damage to our opponents that do land physical attacks into the Spiky Shield. We have Iron Hands with an Assault Vest and Fake Out. This is a pretty standard set here with Drain Punch, Heavy Slam, and Thunder Punch, but the Assault Vest is relatively nice here on the Iron Hands, especially behind an Aurora Veil. So let's finally talk about Ninetales. We have Aurora Veil to make the overall team bulky. We also have Icy Wind on it to help flip some speed dynamics. We have Helping Hand to give us a 50% boost to the attacking move that we're going for. And we finally have Protect to round out its moveset. So let's jump on into some battles, shall we? Alright, we have Dragapult, Iron Bundle, Reg E, which we don't see that. My opponent is basically going full speed here, because they have 4 of the fastest Pokemon in the game. We got Dragapult, we got Iron Bundle, Reg E, Flutter Mane. I don't know why I want to call it Rillaboom, but anyways. I mean, can't you see the difference? Can you see the difference? I can't, apparently. Goldengo and Hydreigon are the last 2 Pokemon. So, well, Trick Room would have been fun to have on the team for this, but let's see what we can do. We could probably out-bulk them. And the nice thing here, too, is unless their Iron Bundle is Booster Energy, I can always take advantage of the fact that my Flutter Mane is Booster Energy with the Icy Wind. So we could hypothetically do that. Ogerpon's a little bit scared of the potential Freeze Dry, so that could be one spooky thing to deal with. But maybe what we'll do is we'll go Flutter Mane and Chi-Yu. We'll bring Ninetales, we'll bring Bax in the back, and I think we'll bring Hands in the back as well. The Fake Out Pressure might be nice for dealing with the Bundle and the Regieleki. We can't use it to deal with the Flutter Mane and the Dragapult, but we'll see what happens here. So, the nice thing about this team, though, is a lot of these Pokemon are relatively glassy, and only one of them can be holding a Focus Sash, so unless they're spamming Endure, we should be okay. So let's see. Regieleki and Hydreigon. Alright. Now, Regieleki is an interesting one to see, because although I talk about it a lot, Flutter Mane and Iron Bundle do outspeed it. It's also holding a Air Bloom, which is nice to know. So, now the nice thing here too is we can go for the Icy Wind, we can pop that balloon, we can slow down Hydreigon, and then we can try to get rid of one or both of them. So, although a straight Dazzling Gleam could be nice too. Yeah, a straight Dazzling Gleam could be nice, but I kind of want to Icy Wind just in case they go for Tailwind here. And maybe what we'll do here is we'll double into the Hydreigon. We'll go Icy Wind, Tera Blast, and that should get rid of it. Or actually, Electro Web could be annoying still from Regieleki, so maybe let's do that. So they are going to still be faster than Chi-Yu if we miss the Icy Wind. So there's the Tera on the Hydreigon. It's Tera Fire, good to know. So they're prepared for the Dazzling Gleam. At the end of the day, that's perfectly fine. If we get rid of Regieleki here, of course they dodged it. That's alright. We know it's not a Focus Sash on the Regieleki. They do have screen support, so that can be a little bit of a problem, but not the end of the world. That's nice damage at the end of the day, too, for that Dark Pulse, even with the screens. And there is the Tailwind, unfortunately. Now, Regieleki will outspeed Flutter Mane, but Hydreigon popped their Tera turn 1, and we know it's Tera Fire, so what we could even do is we'll still be faster than Hydreigon. We could go for another Icy Wind. And then that way, with Flutter Mane, Regieleki's going to outspeed Flutter Mane. Maybe what we'll do here is we'll go for Protect. And we'll go for a Dark Pulse into the Regieleki. See if we can just pick it off. I feel like being able to preserve my booster energy and my speed boost on Flutter Mane is going to be big here. And plus, like their Regieleki, I'm also not holding a Focus Sash with my Flutter Mane, so that could be a little bit scary for me down the road. Now, they do have Tailwind, so Regieleki is going to be by far the fastest thing here. They're probably going to go for a Reflect. Oh, no, there's a Thunderbolt into my Chi-Yu, which... Okay, they're going to gang up on Mr. Fish. Alright. I'm sorry, Chi-Yu, but you got cooked, unfortunately. Alright, so Leftovers Hydreigon, Broken Air Balloon, Regieleki. What can we do? Well, I do have the Fake Out for Hydreigon or the Regieleki with my Iron Hands. And let's see. They got 2 turns of Tailwind left. So, honestly, Regieleki is so frail, I might even get it with the Fake Out. We'll Icy Wind it. And we'll go for the Fake Out. Nice thing here, too, is we do have the Assault Vest, so that will keep Iron Hands relatively safe. And yeah, straight up just knocks it out with the Fake Out. Works for me. We'll go for that Icy Wind into the Hydreigon. We get another speed drop into it. And then that way, Iron Hands should... Well, Iron Hands is still going to be slower than Hydreigon. I have to be out of my mind to think Iron Hands will ever outspeed that thing. But, on the flip side, Flutter Mane's a different story here, because we do have our booster energy boosting our speed. So, there's the Golden Go. That could be a little bit concerning for my Flutter Mane, but I think this is the last turn of their Tailwind. It is. So, what we can do here, we can protect Flutter Mane, and we can go for... I think what we'll do here is we'll go for the Drain Punch into the Hydreigon just to get a little bit of HP back. And then that way, if they go for the Make It Rain, not the end of the world for my Iron Hands. I'm pretty sure, though, it's going to be a Shadow Ball coming my way. So the question is do I want to pop the Tera on Flutter Mane, or do I want to just preserve it for my Baxcalibur? Because Baxcalibur is scared of the Make It Rain as well. So that is a thing. Okay. I'll take that. I will take that. Make It Rain's going to lower their special attack, so my Assault Vest looks pretty nice right about here. Nasty Plot. Okay, okay. Now, they're at -2 speed on the Hydreigon, so I'm not too worried about that. That's also good damage into the Hydreigon off the Drain Punch. So, the nice thing here, too, is Iron Hands does resist the... Iron Hands does resist the Make It Rain. So, what we could do here is we could go for the Shadow Ball into Golden Go, I'm anticipating a protect off of my opponent, which will... I'm anticipating the protect, but if they don't go for it, I want to get that Shadow Ball into the Golden Go. And I want to Drain Punch the Hydreigon again. Yeah, so there is the protect. So we could have doubled into the Hydreigon, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be Tailwind if they survive. They might just go for straight up damage into Flutter Mane, but on the off chance that they don't, that's big damage for Snarl. But anyways, I'm not too concerned about that. We got Baxcalibur in the back. We've almost gotten rid of the Hydreigon. And their Tailwind is gone, so we could pick up Hydreigon with maybe an Icy Wind. Yeah. We could maybe get them with an Icy Wind. Oh, their Light Screen is gone too. So maybe what we'll do here, we'll go Shadow Ball into the Golden Go. Hydreigon's not doing anything to Flutter Mane anytime soon, so maybe what we'll do here is we'll go for the Thunder Punch into Golden Go and the Shadow Ball. Okay, my opponent's going to withdraw. Perfectly fine. Pharaoh Succo. Oh, Iron Bundle. Okay. I like you. You don't appreciate that at all. Yeah. Flutter Mane's going to tank with like 12 HP left, but hey, I'm okay with that. There's Thunder Punch. Goodbye, Iron Bundle. No Icy Winds for my opponent. I definitely like that. And honestly, I kind of want to save my Tera for the Baxcalibur to make it so that we're neutral to the Make It Rain. That's the big thing that I want to deal with, is the Make It Rain. And we have the high horsepower on Baxcalibur to deal with that too. So what we'll do here is we'll still try for the Shadow Ball into the Golden Go, and we'll go for the Drain Punch right into the Hydreigon. And then from there, we can Thunder Punch Golden Go with Iron Hands. They're going to protect again, that's fine. If Flutter Mane goes down, Flutter Mane goes down. We have Baxcalibur and our Tera, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go for that nice, wonderful Drain Punch to get a little tiny bit of HP back. And they got a crit on Iron Hands. That doesn't really matter. It's a Snarl, so we got that to deal with. But anyways, we'll go for the Drain Punch. We'll get rid of them finally. No Tailwind for you, sir. Or no more Tailwind for you. I'm cutting you off. And then finally we got Baxcalibur to come in. We can go for Tera Water, become resistant to the Make It Rain. And then that way if my opponent wants to lower their special attack, they can. We've only seen Make It Rain and Protect off of Golden Go, which makes me wonder if it's going to be nasty plot or not. But we'll pop the Tera button. We'll go for high horsepower, and then we'll go for Thunder Punch, since, you know, that's the only neutral thing we got for the Golden Go. Kind of wish I had Fire Punch on this Iron Hands, but yeah, we don't. So no point in trying to over scope up. But anyways, here we go. We got our Baxcalibur Tera. Make It Rain is not going to hurt as much now. And we got the high horsepower, and man, oh, it was a crit. Okay. In this economy, Golden Go cannot afford the crit. But hey, I'm okay with that. I hope you guys are okay with that. The only one who probably shouldn't be okay with that is my opponent. But anyways, good game to my opponent. Alright, our opponent here has Amoonguss, Tyranitar, Enamorus, Therian Enamorus at that, Roaring Moon, Urshifu, and Arcanine. Now, let's see. Baxcalibur likes that Amoonguss thanks to the Icicle Spear. We like the Enamorus as well. This might be a Bax game. Now, we do have to be very, very careful of that Urshifu, because I have no idea if that's the Rapid Strike or the Single Strike. But overall, I don't think this is going to be too bad for Baxcalibur. Now, Ogerpon might be okay as well, because we are immune to Spore from the Amoonguss. We're immune to the Rage Powder. And honestly, having the Follow Me support might not be bad as well. So maybe what we'll do here is we'll go Ogerpon. Actually, I kind of want to go Ogerpon in the back. Maybe what we'll do here is we'll go Flutter Mane in front with Ninetales. And no, I don't know if I want that. Maybe we'll go Ninetales, Baxcalibur, Chi-Yu, and Ogerpon. We'll give Ogerpon a try and see how this works out. Now, the Roaring Moon is going to be very scary if this is going to be Acrobatics Roaring Moon, which, honestly, I don't think I've seen non-Acrobatics Roaring Moon with Tera Flying, so I'm a little bit spooked about that for the Ogerpon, but it should be okay. Roaring Moon's defense stat is not that great, so if we can stall out Tailwind, great. So, Tyranitar and an Amoris, alright, perfect. We have... we're going to lose our Snow because of Tyranitar, but alright. So, no Aurora Veil for me, but that's alright, because what we could do here is we could switch in Ogerpon instead, and we could go high horsepower into the Tyranitar. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I could go high horsepower, or I could go Icicle Spear into the Enamoris, because if Enamoris sets up, that could be spooky as well. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll bring in Ogerpon, and then that way we have the combination of Follow Me and Spiky Shield. So we could do that. Oh, I really like the amount of that. Yeah, I like that into the Enamoris. I don't know what Enamoris does, and I'm not going to find out. But hey, that's alright. Which, on the note of Enamoris, I just got my second one, because I did a second playthrough of Legends, so I now have a Therian and an Incarnated Enamoris, so look for that in the future. The Rock Slide is not going to tickle, but we took that okay at the end of the day. Yeah, we took that okay. Ogerpon could go for a Horn Leech into the T-Tar if we wanted to. A Moon... Oh, yeah, we still could go for the Horn Leech into the T-Tar, because we're going to be immune to that Rage Powder. So maybe what we'll do here is we'll go for the Icicle Spear into the Amoonguss, and we'll go for the Horn Leech. Yeah, there's the Rage Powder. So maybe they thought I was going to go for a Follow Me, but anyways, we'll go for that Horn Leech. We'll get back most of our HP from that. Or in the bare minimum, we'll take most of Tyranitar's HP, and then we can Icicle Spear the Amoonguss. Now, that is weakness policy, so I do have to be careful with what I do here, but at the end of the day, Baxcalibur is faster than Tyranitar, so we should be okay. This is going to be pretty quick. Like, this Amoonguss is going down, no problem. Now, a Rock Slide into my Ogerpon, that probably will take it out, but I'm okay with that. That's good hyper offense right there at the end of the day. So, bye Baxcalibur. Ogerpon lived with 9 HP, but the Sand's gonna get it. Oh, okay. That's alright. We're gonna get our Snow back. So, Chi-Yu is gonna have a fun time. So, the nice thing here, too, is we're gonna get rid of the Sand, which means our Focus Sash is gonna stay safe. I kind of want to go for the Aurora Veil and try to get rid of Tyranitar. Now, Arcanine might be a little bit of a problem here. So, I'm Tera Grass on my Chi-Yu. So, I can't pop that button. And, Ninetales is not going to appreciate that either. But, at the end of the day, what I could do instead is I could go Helping Hand. I could go Helping Hand Lava Plume. But that's not going to do much damage to the Arcanine. So, we're going to go Icy Wind for the damage, and we're going to Dark Pulse that Tyranitar. We got to get rid of that Tyranitar. That's the biggest threat right here. I don't think Tera is going to save them at the end of the day. The Tera into the... Tera Fire? Okay. Okay. That's fine. So... we'll get the Icy Wind off into them. That's almost enough to take out the Tyranitar, but it wasn't. So, we're going to get rid of the Tyranitar with Chi-Yu here, and then we can focus up onto the Arcanine right here. Now, Flare Blitz, that's going to do a lot of damage to my Ninetales, unfortunately. But, at the end of the day, Chi-Yu should be okay against Arcanine. And plus, with the amount of damage that did, that's going to be a lot of recoil. So we do have the focus sash keeping us safe. Yeah, that was almost a quarter. That was almost half of their HP. So we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna pick them off because I'm pretty sure I went before them, and I did. So bye. Go lay down, Arcanine. Go lay down. Bad doggo. Anyways, when in doubt, just get Chi-Yu. But yeah, this is the fun thing about this team. It is very, very hyper offensive. I originally tried it with Quaffle, and yeah, it was fun, but I'm glad I switched out the Choice Scarf on Chi-Yu because I burned my own Quaffle at one point, and that was not pleasant. But anyways, rambling aside, good game to my opponent. Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out this Baxcalibur team. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it in action as much as I enjoyed piloting it. Overall, the team played out relatively solid in both Game 1 and Game 2, with Baxcalibur taking on two different roles between the two different games. In Game 1, it took a backseat role there, waiting for the right opportunity to come in, pop a well-preserved Tera to remove the Golden Go that my opponent had. As for the rest of the team, Flutter Mane and Iron Hands did phenomenal work. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see much from Chi-Yu in that game because Chi-Yu got focus fired pretty quickly between the Hydreigon and the Reg E, but Iron Hands came in, not only removed the weakened Reg E with a Fake Out, but it also dealt relatively nicely with the Hydreigon, and then Baxcalibur got to come in and deal with the Golden Go. And then in Game 2, Baxcalibur got to have a starring role in the lead, in which it just immediately got rid of the Enamorous Therian with an Icicle Spear. All it had to do was look at that thing the wrong way, and it just sent Enamorous straight to the garbage can. And then turn 2, when Amoonguss came in, Baxcalibur sent Amoonguss to go join Enamorous right next to that pile of trash. Now, all things considered, an Enamorous Therian could have been relatively scary, so I'm glad that my opponent just didn't pop the Tera option to deal with it, because a well-placed Tera definitely would have denied Baxcalibur that, but hey, it just worked out relatively nice. We got to see a little bit of Ogerpon in Game 2, where we got to go for that Hornleech into the Tyranitar. Now, knowing what I know now between the Hornleech and the Ivy Cudgel, I probably should have just went for the Ivy Cudgel, but hey, that was nice to see Ogerpon get back almost all of that HP. Wasn't quite as nice to see that weakness policy go off, but at the end of the day, if we had cudgeled the Tyranitar, we could have used our own Tera to just deal with the Arcanine that came in. But luckily, we had Chi-Yu in the back to not only remove the Tyranitar, but to also remove the Arcanine that came in at the end of it. So overall, I think it played out relatively nice. Let me know what you think of the team down in the comments below. Anyways, I will see you next time.